And welcome, everybody, to Lucky Week 13 of NFL Primetime. Chris Berman, Booger McFarland. We think we have things figured out. We realize we don't, but we're in December, and we're playing football, and all systems mostly go.
Yeah, and coaches always say when we get to December, that's when they start to remember.
Well, they do start to remember. I tell you what, the Tennessee Titans lately have been a team okay. They beat Baltimore. They hammered Indy. Now they're going to play Cleveland, who really hadn't beaten a team, only one team with a winning record. Yep. This should go okay for Tennessee in the Music City. The Browns had big-time other ideas. Hello, Cleveland. Baker Mayfield obviously had some good music before the game. First quarter. Oh, tricky Browns. Jarvis Landry looking for Mayfield. Good, nice steps.
Yeah, nice steps. Always good to remember. Jarvis Landry's left-handed. Baker with the nice athleticism. Good first play.
The Browns feeling it early now. Second and goal. Mayfield fake the handoff. And a healthy Landry is a healthy Cleveland Brown.
Without a doubt. And nice patience by Baker in the pocket, taking his time, throwing in rhythm. Jarvis Landry, one of the best slot receivers ever.
Well, time to get the big fella rolling. Derrick Henry's been a one-man wrecking crew, the more powerful than a locomotive, except Sheldon Richardson's ain't buying that. Carl Joseph recovers for the Browns. Turnover, Cleveland in business. Now, beginning second quarter, the little loft. Oh, to the little loft to the big guy, Ken Lamb. He's been on the lamb. Touchdown.
Boom, it's nothing like when a guy over 330, 40 pounds scores a touchdown.
Oh, man, he'll be thinking about that one, and so will Tennessee. But then, before they can think about it, the people's choice. Donovan Peoples-Jones. Good. Go. 75 yards. Look at Baker. Stepping.
Great play design. Nice double move. Set down. Peoples-Jones, borders bit. Baker made a nice throw, and the rest was, dare I say, history.
You think he's open, Boogie? 24-7. But wait, there's more in the second quarter. 6 minutes to go. Rashard Higgins. That's a beautiful pass.
Great pass, great catch, and dare I say, boom, they are picking on Mr. Borders.
They are, and they're rolling out the red carpet. Tennessee, that's the kind of day it was for Tennessee. A minute to go in the half. Ninth play of the drive. Chubb in the end zone. 38-7 at the half. Really?
The Browns?
Cleveland? 38-7, the most first half points in franchise history. Hello? Third quarter. Ryan Tannehill to Mike Cole Pruitt. 22-yard touchdown, 38-13. Now maybe A.J. Brown. Oh, it's a fumble. But just like they drew it up, Pruitt's there. Very quickly, 38-21. Are they in the game? Less than a minute to go in the game. Mayfield trying to go for it on fourth down at 41-28, but the ball punches out. Kenny Vaccaro. Ooh, there was an interesting gamble, up 13.
Yeah, not really sure how to make that gamble, but nice play there, Vaccaro. Can the Titans get back in it, Boom?
Well, the Titans try it, 4th and 5, 33 seconds to go. Tannehill to Cameron Batson. It's 41-35. This game was over. Well, the onside kick, and now it is over. Andy Janovich has it. It's almost impossible to recover. Baker Mayfield, Cleveland Browns, 38 points first half. Baker Mayfield, 4 first half touchdown passes. Cleveland, let this sink in. Cleveland Browns are 9-3. Baker Mayfield, arguably best game he's had as a pro. Not arguably, it was.
Talk about the toe tap, how much you worked at that to make that catch.
Every morning, wake up, toe tap, get out of bed before I get into the bathroom. So before I brush my teeth, I toe tap.
Pretty low key for a Cleveland Brown quarterback who scored 4 touchdowns in the first half, 4 touchdown passes. Hadn't happened since 1951. Otto Graham. Hello. 38. The Browns. Look, Tennessee is not perfect.
Right.
But this was a steamroller. How do we explain this?
Well, Boom, if you think about the Browns season, when they ran the football well, they played well. They hadn't put the game on Baker Mayfield. Today was the first time that Kevin Stefanski said, okay, the running game is not really clicking. Mm-hmm. It's on you, Baker. And I was so impressed with Baker Mayfield. His best game as a pro. They got a 38-7 lead because Baker Mayfield took his time, went through the progressions, delivered the football accurately and on time, and he didn't have any turnovers. And if Baker Mayfield plays like this, you couple that with the running game, the Browns are going to be tough. Now, I'll say this. The biggest game maybe in the last 10 years for the Browns is coming up next because they get to go against the Ravens. Can they do this against the upper echelon teams, Ravens, Steelers, Chiefs? That's what we need to see.
Well, but here's what they know, and here's what their fans know. No playoffs for Cleveland. It's the longest drought since Buffalo made it a few years ago. 2002.
Yes.
That's only once for the new Browns, if you will. So they're not where can we get in?
Yes.
9-3?
Yes.
This was a hello by the Cleveland Browns. All right, the Colts trying to pick themselves up off the carpet, having beaten by Tennessee last week, one game behind the Titans. So the Titans have lost. You think Santa Claus is coming to town?
Ho, ho, ho.
Well, that's one way to look at it. Phillip Rivers says, okay, Santa, I'm going to play a little Santa to T.Y. Hilton, an early reservation, 7-0 first quarter.
Nice to see T.Y. Hilton get out of witness protection. He showed up, and the Colts are rolling.
Deshaun Watson, you know what kind of last few games he's had. Remember, they've had 10 days since Thanksgiving, Watson, and keep this on the QT. It's Kiki QT. It's 64 yards, and the Texans in business. Next play, Deshaun. Oh, he's going to keep it himself. And he's going to get outside. We're tied at 7.
No one is playing the quarterback position better than Deshaun Watson the last month, boom.
So Rivers down 10-7. Phillip to Hilton again. First ruled incomplete. Frank Reich challenges.
Yeah, great challenge. And if you watch it, boom, there's one. And then right there's 2.
To a cheek. Huh? You know what a cheek equals 2 feet. Don't turn the other cheek. Nyheim Hines says, I'll turn the cheek into the end zone. It's 14-10, Indy. Still early second quarter. Texans have missed a field goal, and Jonathan Taylor would be wide open. And he does go all the way out of the dark and into the light. 21-10, Indy.
Blown coverage by the Texans. The guy that was supposed to cover him blitz, easy touchdown.
Now next drive, Watson. Look out. Oh, he escaped. Chad Hansen has it. He's open. And now they're into Colt territory later in the drive. First and goal, Texans. David Johnson back. David Johnson, nice moves between the tackles. Touchdown, 21-17.
Yeah, a lot of guys we hadn't seen in a while showed up.
12 seconds left in the half. Watson, QT. 8 seconds left. Romeo Cornell goes for a field goal with 8. And Deshaun says, look, I'm feeling it. Oh, we have a chance for, I think he had it at 24-20. Field goal good. Now, 6 minutes left in the game. Still 24-20. Justin Houston still playing his 4th safety. We'll give you it's the most, he ties for the most ever in the NFL. Justin Houston, 2-point safety.
Great execution. 4th quarter pass rush. It is a must.
26-20. They're down under 2 minutes to go. Watson, QT, 16 yards. Can Houston pull it out? A few plays later, second and goal. They're at the 2. Oh, no! Fumble! Anthony Walker recovers it. Oh, wow. All that, and then that happens.
It seems to always happen to the teams, the bad luck.
Yeah, it's just, they were coming on, but at the end, it's the Colts who are 8-4 and the Texans who are 4-8. And so for the Indianapolis Colts, they're tied now with Tennessee for first in the division. For Justin Houston, Jared Allen, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, Doug English, Justin Houston, 4 safeties. Deshaun Watson, close, but.
Man, this shit hurts. I'm tired of losing. Being so close over the years is just, yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough.
Another division game where capable opponent at home trying to upset the big boys. New Orleans won 8 in a row. Taysom Hill, a quarterback, Raheem Morris. The Falcons are 4-2 under him. Taysom Hill, 3rd game starting for Drew Brees. Yeah, he can do this, and he can turn it up and tiptoe the sidelines That's a 43-yard gain.
It's the extra dimension that he brings. It's not all about him throwing the football from the pocket, but he can also do it with his feet.
Next play, 1st and 10 at the 15. Pocket. Traquan, you give him time and you get a guy open like that, it will be a touchdown.
That's what we didn't see last game. The improvement from last week to this week was noticeable.
That's his first NFL touchdown pass. 7-0 Saints. Alvin Kamara, a little more involved on this day. Booger, 37 yards into Falcon territory. A few plays later, Hill, right in the pocket. Jared Cook, and that's nice. So Taysom Hill, Sean Payton, hey, we've thrown 2 touchdown passes.
Outstanding route by Jared Cook and way to step up in the pocket by Hill.
Now the Saints, Hill, Michael Thomas, fastest player to 500 receptions. Took him 69 games. That would be quick.
Yes, he is outstanding.
Kamara, candied Kamara, 11 yards. Yes, he was in New Orleans, leads at 21-9. Now fourth quarter, same score. Hill, trying to really put this one away. Trying to extend it. Second straight week. A defensive back for Atlanta named Dion. Same guy. Dion Jones, Johnny on the spot. Falcons still have a chance.
Yeah, Taysom's got to hold on to that football.
Matt Ryan. Russell Gage, 14 yards. Ryan. Now they're held low point total. No touchdowns last time against New Orleans. Gage again. This time it's a touchdown. 21-16. Buck 41 to go on 4th and 9. Ryan. Me and Julio knocked down by the schoolyard. Marcus Williams disrupted.
Julio's still one of the best to ever do it, and he's still doing it at a high level.
Turn it over on top, but guess what, Taysom? Ooh, that's what I was looking for right there. Taysom Hill. It's a fumble. Oh, look at the Falcons sideline. We couldn't quite get it. Saints forced to punt, so Atlanta again late gets 2 chances. Ryan launching, knock it down. They do it. Ooh. Atlanta had a chance for the New Orleans Saints. Sean Payton, they've won 9 straight. They started 1-2. That's a distant memory. They are 10-2. And so the Saints marching, like we said. Atlanta falls to 4-8. The note here, New Orleans. Okay, here's offense, and Taysom Hill and Drew Brees will come back at us at some point. But the point here is that the Saints defense allowed their first touchdown since November 15th, first drive to San Francisco. I know last week Denver, okay.
Yeah.
But you're going to play defense. They're ranked number 1 in the league going into this week. And you have capability like this on offense. No wonder they won 9 straight.
You know, so many people focus on the Saints offense. Drew Brees, Taysom Hill, is going to be Jameis Winston. And quiet as it's kept, their defense allows their offense to take their time. Taysom didn't play well this week.
No.
So the improvement from last week to this week was noticeable on tape and noticeable by everyone. He threw the ball better from the pocket. He ran the football over 300 yards total offense. That's rushing and throwing for Taysom Hill. That defense is outstanding, and boom, they haven't lost since Drew Brees got hurt. So think about that. This team, without Drew Brees, continues to move along. When Drew Brees gets back and the offense can take the next step, coupled with this defense, are they not the best team in the NFC? Pretty close.
Well, they're in line for home field. The one thing that's going to stick there is the heads-up loss to Packers.
Yes.
But that we're getting ahead of ourselves with that. But look, the Saints, like if you have defense like hey, they didn't lose with Teddy at quarterback last year, either with Drew. It's not a Drew comment because they can do so many other things. Look, he's trying to come back from 11 cracked ribs and a collapsed lung.
Yes.
Drew, be smart. We can't wait to see it, but be smart. And when you come back, they will really mark.
Yes, they'll be ready to roll.
Yeah, they look good now. The Lions, after Thanksgiving, cleaned house. Bob Quinn, GM, Matt Patricia, coach, out. Matt Nagy, coaching the Bears. And Darrell Bevell, the offensive coordinator, interim coach, rest of the year here for Detroit. What he saw was Chicago figuring out how to run the ball. David Montgomery had 3 rushing touchdowns in the first half. Most rushing touchdowns they've had in a half since 1990. That's another way to play football. 23-13 at the half, Chicago. Matthews, Stafford, great on this day. DJ Hawkinson down to the 10. Later in the drive, Stafford. Oh, I feel like robbing a bank. So why don't I find Jesse James? That would be the guy to do it. Touchdown, it's 23-20. Lions within 3. Mitch Trubisky. Darnell Mooney gets around the defense. 21 yards, Bears drive. Trubisky feeling it, rolling. Cole went first. We commit. It's a touchdown. 30-20, and the Bears are all set.
Trubisky played better today. It just wasn't good enough.
2.5 to go. Stafford, Marvin Jones Jr. We got a one-score game, 30-27, but the Bears can put it away. 3rd and 4, own 17. Careful, Mitch. Careful. Please, just, oh no, you didn't listen. Romeo Okwara strips him of the ball. John Pennicini recovers. What a play.
Great play by him, but the awareness of Mitch, you have to step up in the pocket knowing your tackle is going to push the edge rusher by.
Really, we're going to fumble there? The Lions at the 7th. Guess who can still bang it in? Adrian Peterson all day. Touchdown. You kidding? The Lions lead.
Turning back the hands of time.
And so the Lions lead it 34-30. The Bears have the ball again, but now what are we going to do? Trubisky goes, well, give it to me because I put us in this predicament. Allen Robinson, get the first. I got out of bounds. We did one of two things. You turn it up, get the first. Yeah, 4th and 1, you got to go. Montgomery can't pick up the yard. Really?
Doesn't this always seem to happen to teams that are losing? The little mistakes, stepping out of bounds before the first downs, the turnover in your own end of the field. Those things always happen. The Texans, the Bears seems to.
It does when you find ways to lose. Now, Chicago, can you believe they were once 5-1?
Yes.
Now they have lost 6 in a row. And so for Detroit, look, there have been 3 interim coaches named this year. Romeo won his first. Raheem won his first. Darrell Bevel won his first. I don't know. I'm just giving you the facts. I'm not saying it's a good, bad thing. It stems the facts. Meanwhile, Minnesota got off to a horrible start. They crept back in this thing at 5-6. Mike Glennon, Jags. Jags haven't won since opening day. Lost 10 in a row. Glennon, he throws the well, DJ Chark. How about that? I'll take that touchdown. Laviska Shenault, just like they diagrammed it.
Sometimes, Boom, you got to have a little luck to be successful.
And look, the Jags, they don't ask for much. Naturally, they missed the extra point. Very Jag-like. Kirk Cousins, they're down 16-6. Swing. C.J. Ham. Bam! 16-13. Got a field goal game. Cousins to Jefferson for a touchdown, then Cousins to Cook. Taken down at the 1, and all of a sudden the Vikings looking to make this game where they were way behind, make it a 2-score lead for them. Cook, really? First play of the 4th quarter? My God, the Cook, he dropped the eggs.
Yeah, Boom, and that one's going to be on Kirk Cousins. The running back has the bread basket. You got to put it in his stomach and make sure he gets the ball. They didn't fumble.
So the Jags down 3. Glennon. Look, I don't think he had much of a chance on this play. Patty Odenabo with the safety. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. A song by Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. A song true today in Minneapolis. 21-13 now. But still 8 points because Bailey's missed 2 extra points. Glennon, Colin Johnson, 21 yards down to the 4. Jags. These are the Jags. These are the Jags who haven't won since summer. James Robinson in. Touchdown, going for 2. These are the Jags. They're not going to. Oh, yeah, they are. Glennon, Johnson, 2-point conversion. Good. We're tied at 24 with $1:08 to go. Dan Bailey, 51 yards. Was not his day. I mean, it eventually. No, we won't give it away yet, but not. He's had better. We're in overtime. Late in overtime. Glennon. Oh, Harrison Smith, it's an overthrow, but he's always around the ball.
Smith has been doing it for a long time. In zone coverage, he reads Glennon's eyes, and on the overthrow, on the end cut, he picks it off.
And now they're deep. It's 23-yard field goal. That's good by Bailey. And the Vikings. I know it doesn't look pretty a lot of times. Minnesota has now won 5 of 6. They are 6-6, and the poor Jags have lost for the 11th straight time. Justin Jefferson, rookie, 12 games, 1,000 yards receiving, joining Randy Moss, Odell Beckham Jr., Anquan Bolden, Marcus Colston.
It's a really simple formula for Minnesota. Run the ball with Dalvin Cook, and when you throw it, find Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. Those two receivers are becoming, if not the best duo in the league, one of the top 2 or 3.
Look, give the Jags the nod. They're playing hard. Give the Jets the nod. They were playing real hard against the Raiders. They beat the Raiders here at MetLife last year. Derek Carr and company, remember that they haven't won at the Jets since '96. Carr to Darren Waller. Get used to this. 7-all. Second quarter, Sam Darnold, Jameson, Manhattan, Clam, Crowder. Tomato paste. 13-7 Jets, very jet-like. They missed the extra point.
Nice little simple route. West Coast offense, the pride of Duke University.
Yep, 3 minutes to go now. Second quarter, Jets lead. This is the news flash. They lead 13-10. Oh, but Trayvon Mullen is there with the pick.
Yeah, just outstanding coverage by Mullen. Route recognition, turns around, finds the ball, maybe a little tug on the back end, and then the pick with one hand. Great play by the young man.
Darren Waller. Remember this, here's the catch. And then I guess the sun gets in the Jets. Where is he? I don't see. I forgot my sunglass. Touchdown. 17-13.
Kelsey, Kittle, Waller, top 3 tight ends in football.
Wow, what a game he had. Fourth quarter, 10 minutes to go. Darnold, bang! Get out of my way. There you go.
The physicality from your quarterback, when you see that, it makes you want to play harder.
Jets down 24-21. Carr, Henry Ruggs, Javelin Guidry forced a fumble. Marcus May is on it. Jets. Jets. Could this be the day they win? Maybe.
Just maybe, Boom. It could be today.
Let's see. Guidry makes the play. Jets have the ball. 3rd and goal at the 1. Ty Johnson in. Jets. Jets. They're up 28-24. 3rd and 6. Run the clock. He stays in bounds. Tick, tick, tick. They punt. Raiders. 35 seconds to go. Down by 4. 1st and 10. Carr. He hit Waller for passes for 200 yards. Across midfield. Carr. Well, they said maybe 1. Carr going to throw it to Aguilar. Oh, he had him. And the Jets are going to win. Wait a minute. There's another play.
13 seconds left. It's inexcusable to get a guy behind the secondary.
Yeah, but wait a minute. There's more. Wait a minute. You sent everybody, and cutting the Ruggs is there for a touchdown in the final seconds.
Under 20 seconds, Boom. Double move, all-out blitz. That's an inexcusable bad call by defensive coordinator Greg Williams that led to this loss.
Oh, really?
Really.
The Jets, they're trying. But the Raiders, the team that almost beat the Chiefs twice this year, then got skunked last week in Atlanta, almost had to hang their heads again by losing to the Jets, which would have been the Jets' first win. The Jets fall 0-12, and the Raiders are at 7-5. And Waller, 13 for 200. Look, let's give the Jets some credit.
With 7 seconds left, I couldn't believe they all out blitzed us. But as soon as I saw it, man, I was thankful.
Call came in, a lot of things running through our minds and everything like that. So we just played the call that the coaches called, and and we just got to execute. But you got to help us out at the same time, just being a better call at that spot.
Have you talked to Greg about since the game ended about his thoughts?
I just talked to him.
Did he explain his thought process?
He explained his thought process.
Tough.
Well, not only is it tough, Boone, think about this. Think about the relationship between Adam Gase and Greg Williams, the head coach. The defensive coordinator. They've been going back and forth all year.
Not the best.
Not the best. And in that situation where Adam Gase has his team in a position to win, Greg Williams makes a call that no defensive coordinator in the NFL is going to make, except him. You're going to go cover zero blitz, no safety in the hole, and they run a double move. That's why you see Adam Gase ticked off. You don't make that call. The game is basically won. You rush 3, you drop everybody else back. The only thing that can beat you is a touchdown. That's why you hear the frustration in Marcus May, because as a player, you know it's a bad call. As a coach, you know it's a bad call, but Greg Williams made that call, and that's a terrible call because although the Jets haven't won a game, they played hard today.
They have.
They played hard, and they should have won the game today.
I mean, you can't line 6 people up at the 15. I get it.
Yes.
But,
I mean, you can't blitz everybody either.
No.
You just can't do that.
No, and look, let's just say something. This tanking, no. Tell that to the player.
Yes.
A fourth to a third who won't be on that team next. It's the most ridiculous thing that I hear. It's not sticking up for the old. This is, no way. The Jags and the Jets, who have 1 win combined, showed you. They tried.
Players want to win.
They tried.
It's our job. We want to go out and we want to perform. We want to win.
Well, you know who else is used to winning and was below 500? The Patriots. And the Chargers have had their share of losing this year. Let me see. Bill Belichick is going to coach, Steven, son, going to coach against a rookie quarterback. How do you think this turned out? Cam Newton. I didn't throw for much, but you know what? Sometimes you don't have to. 14-yard run. Cam, he already is over the pile when he takes the snap, isn't he?
Yeah, just give him a little nod to Drew Brees. Drew Brees has made that famous Cam says, okay, I'll steal that from you, Drew.
It was like a finger roll, like in the NBA. It's 7-0 the Patriots. Hunter Olszewski. Special teams Patriots, they always can count on that. What is it, Danny's old number, Amendola, 80? Look at Olszewski go to the right, through the seam. Look at him go, makes the move. Big time punt return, he's gone. 70 yards. First return for a touchdown of a punt in 2014. New England is 14-0. You get the picture in this game. Now Newton. Nobody open? Well, I could do this. Doesn't make it far, but a flag, hands to the face.
That was a good call. Anytime an offensive lineman's helmet is knocked off, you best believe somebody did it.
Yes. Jerry Tillery. So Newton, then into the end zone. I mean, this is like trying to stop what?
A train.
Yeah.
And it's tough to do.
3 offensive linemen, and that's not a knock on Cam. That's a Michael Badgley kick blocked by Cody Davis, Devin McCourty. So 2 special team scores. This at the end of the first half. Bang! Block by Davis. How about that?
Cardinals sin by the wing. You have to step down and block the inside and allow the guy to come from the outside. He blocked outside. Inside guy made the block. Touchdown, Patriots.
So 2 special teams score, turn it into a rout at half, 28-0. Justin Herbert, he's had some great days. Today would not be one of them. Chase Winovich, always around the ball. Our man Nink, right? We're seeing all the numbers.
Kind of looks similar, too, besides the hair.
Cam to N'Keal Harry. Passing touchdown. How about this? 45-0. That would be. The Chargers are usually, they have usually like 40 themselves. They just don't win. And New England, look, it hasn't looked pretty. It hasn't looked like the Patriots. But guess what does look like the Patriots? They at least are in the playoff conversation here in December at 6-6. And they stay and they play another game in that same stadium Thursday night against the Rams. Rams-Cardinals. Teams got to get back in it. Well, they're in it. NFC West, but everybody's in it in that division. Jared Goff against Murray. Kyler Murray airs it. Dan Arnold. Wide open, 59 yards. How do you get so wide open against the Rams?
Blown coverage there, boom. You got 3 guys there. Everybody looks at DeAndre Hopkins. And Arnold gets wide open, and you thought it was going to be a huge day for the Cardinals.
Well, 7-0 Cards. Early second quarter, Goff. Last week, turnover prone the Rams. Cooper Kupp, man, he just does so much. He gets the ball and does so much after the catch.
One of the most underrated receivers in the league.
And it was roughing the passer, so ball down to the 9. Cam Akers punches it in. We're tied at 7. Minute to go in the first half, still tied. The Rams, as good a play caller as Sean McVay is, did not have a touchdown in the last 2 minutes of the first half until now. Goff to Tyler Higbee, 14-7 at the half.
Offensive guys call it a rub. As a defender, I call it a pick.
Kyler Murray, 3 for 12 in the first half. Could he get it going? 12 yards to Keyshawn Johnson. I see a key. They convert on 4th down. Murray, 4 yards to Hopkins. 17-14, Rams lead down to 3.
And Hopkins was frustrated all day because Ramsey was on him and they weren't getting him the ball enough.
1st and goal at the 1 early, 4th, Goff touchdown. 24-14, Blythe Spirit with the spike. Early 4th, they recovered a fumble on the punt. Kenyon Drake, wow, gets outside like 4 guys. 24-21, Rams lead down to 3 again. Darrell Henderson Jr. Oh, he's gone. Could go all the way 38 yards.
When the Rams run the football, they're almost impossible to beat because of that and the play action, boom.
31-21. Murray, look out. Troy Hill, he's on top of the hill. And the Rams climb the hill. 38-28. The Rams beat Arizona. That's what they, these are like boxers in this division, right? I mean, San Francisco beats the Rams. Rams at 6 or 7 in a row against the Cardinals. And so a big, big win for the Rams.
Jared Goff didn't play well last week. Sean McVay challenged him. He was outstanding today. I'm starting to get a little concerned about Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. There's kind of a blueprint for him. He hasn't played well in a little while.
Well, don't know shoulder, but again, he wouldn't want to use it as...
Right, exactly, right.
First it was Pete Carroll's defense.
Yes.
Then Bill Belichick's defense. There is a book after a year and a half, no matter who you are, right?
Starting to get there.
Unless you're like Mahomes or somebody.
There is no book.
No.
Not even the Bible.
There's no book on tape. There's no nothing. Not even the Bible. Very good. You've arrived now on NFL Primetime. Packers, Aaron Rodgers. Last week, 11th to 50,000 yards. Home to the Eagles. Philly led 3-0. Rodgers to Devontae Adams. Da-da-da-da. The Adams family makes it 7-3. Carson Wentz. Been like this all year. Raven Green, Rashawn Gary said 4 times he was sacked. Been sacked 50 times this year.
Well, and when your offensive line is not blocking, it doesn't matter who's quarterback, and you're not going to play well.
Rodgers feels it, backs up, has time. Well, then what do you think's going to happen? Robert Tonyan, 14-3.
Typical Aaron Rodgers, buying time, and then finding somebody for a touchdown.
Now, still 14-3. Eagles, they can play defense. Rodgers, own end zone, shadow of his own goalpost. I mean, he's playing as well as he ever has.
They asked Devontae Adams, who's the best receiver in football. He said, well, I think I am. And he showed us there.
Well, that's the catch. The Adams family delivers again. Rodgers said, you make a play like that. Oh, stiff arm in the end zone. Aaron Rodgers. 400 career touchdown passes, done it in 193 games. Fastest. Wait a minute. Jalen Hurts?
Yes.
Wentz threw for only 79 yards. Jalen Hurts doesn't hurt anymore. Jalen Reagor. The Jalen Show.
Rookie to rookie. Have a little chemistry for him in there.
Drop draft picks. Eagles, though, would punt it. They're down 23-3. Hurts. On the run. Well, that's nice. Greg Ward Jr. 23-10. Packers, though, no problem. Wentz trying to root on his team. He would love this. 7 minutes to go. Punt. You got a long way to make you remember Deshaun Jackson. He's done that, the little dribble. It freezes him. And guess what? He could go all the way. The stutter step. 23-16 out of nowhere.
The punter had no chance, and the rookies are starting to show up at Lambeau for the Eagles.
So, Eagles punt. Packers ball, Aaron Jones. Get out. Boy, stiff arm's big on this day. It's Lambeau. Where else would you use a stiff arm other than Lambeau? Look at him keep rumbling. I'm going all the way. That's a run for 77 yards to salt the game away.
And that was the backbreaker. He broke 5 tackles. Poor defense by the Eagles, but outstanding continuing to run the football by Aaron Jones and the Packers.
So look, the Green Bay Packers, they beat Philly. Yeah, Philly beat them in their late September last year. It seems like 10 years ago. Aaron Rodgers, you see his numbers, and of course he climbs the leaderboard. We're going to show the Packers are now 9-3. We want to show that first. What do we want to do? Talk that Aaron Rodgers. Doug Peterson. We're going to talk him first.
You know, at the time, I just felt like where we were as an offense, we needed a spark. You know, we needed something to kind of go our way, and so I decided to put Jalen in the game.
So that's going to be Philly discussion. I guess it was coming, right? We all saw Monday night, and then that was another, admittedly, division leaders, but.
Well, this doesn't mean that they're done with Carson Wentz. But sometimes as a player, especially at that position, you need a break. You need to sit back, take a break. I remember years ago, Andy benched Donovan McNabb. Mm-hmm. McNabb took a break, he came back, and McNabb played well and led the team to the postseason. So if you're Carson Wentz, it's not about failing. Don't waste a failure. So you failed today. Now learn from it. You may not start next week. We don't know. That's going to be a lot of fodder for Philly Sports Talk Radio. But whatever it is, learn from it. That way when you come back, you're better off. But Jalen Hurts showed well in his first extended action.
Tough road for Philly here, who seemed like no matter how much they would lose, they stayed in first place. That's not the case anymore.
No.
But they're playing all the first place teams. Mm-hmm. They were in first place when it started. They played Seattle. Yep. They played Green Bay. Next stop, New Orleans.
Good luck.
So, good luck. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers, he doesn't need good luck. He just continued. Look, there are only 7 names on this. 400 touchdown passes, like we said. 50,000-yard mark last week. Brady, Breeze, Peyton, Brett Favre, Dan Marino, Phillip Rivers, Aaron Rodgers. That's it.
It's outstanding. And if he stays healthy, he's going to keep climbing that list. He'll be in the 5th place early next season.
Yep. Meanwhile, first place Seattle now has the 2 New York teams, and they're going to roll with the New York Football Giants. That's right. The New York Football Giants, they've won 3 in a row, even though they haven't beaten anybody outside the division. They got Colt McCoy at quarterback. And, the punt blocked. Ryan Neal recovers it out of bounds. We saw 2 on the board after a 3. We thought it was a Junior Griffey home run. Would it be a Junior Griffey home run? Yes, it would be. Back, so majestic. Punt block, home run, majestic. 5-0 Seattle. Doesn't matter. This game, it's easy. So wait a minute. Wayne Gallman. Do you see anybody on defense near him, Booker?
No. Not
yeah, now you do. But now it took 60 yards. Wayne Gallman. Giants. Alfred Morris. That's right. From Washington, remember him? They go for 2, they get it, they're up 8-5. Giants defense. Russell Wilson. Where am I? I got nowhere to go, and Chris Carson in double coverage.
The reason the Giants are the best team in the East is because of their defense.
Now, Gallman bounces outside, waits for a block. They look like they expected to play well here. The flip, Morris. Wait a minute, 14-5? Can we get Junior Griffey up again? Maybe Jay Buhner, maybe Edgar Martinez. I mean, there's got to be somebody. Down 17-5. 3rd and 15. Wilson. Flag. Boy, the Giants are all around them. Darnay Holmes holding Tyler Lockett. All right, they get the call, first down. Wilson. Still flushed out. Chris Carson in the passing lanes. 28 yards, 17-12. So you know what's coming. Seattle's going to win.
It's one of the few big plays that the Giants defense gave up on the day.
Colt McCoy, 2 minutes to go, 3rd and 4, incomplete to Sterling Shepard. Here's the punt. Here's letting Russ cook. 54 seconds to go, 3rd and 10. Wait a minute, the Giants defense didn't get the memo. Leonard Williams busts into the kitchen.
Great pass rush by Williams. 4th quarter rush, boom, proves big again.
Now 4th and 18. I mean, look at this. Is there anybody, maybe someone, not even the 12th man could come down with it. The New York Football Giants have just pulled off one of the biggest upsets of the year. They go in and beat the first place. They were alone, now tied for first in the NFC West, Seattle. And the Giants at 5-7, a stranglehold on first place in the NFC East. Pete Carroll had to scratch his head.
They ran some basic stuff, and they got away from us. And those 2 drives in there, they were able to get enough going where that was the difference in the ball game. Offensively, we had trouble all day long, and give them credit. They've been playing really good ball, but I need to look at the film and see what the heck happened, why it was like that.
He was surprised. I knew Seattle knew that under Coach Judge, the Giants were playing sharp football. Here's what I noticed without getting too deep. We said it. The Giants looked the whole game like they expected to go up there and handle business. They were probably the only ones that thought that.
You know, we've been amazed by the Giants' mentality all year. Joe Judge, special teams coach, comes over from New England, tries to instill some of the Belichick ways. And early on, we were like, yeah, is this going to work? Is it not going to work? And now they're taking his mentality, the expectation. They're playing fundamentally sound football. The special teams are playing well. And more importantly, their defense has been outstanding. Patrick Graham, defensive coordinator. That's why they're the best team in the NFC East. And when you hear Pete say, we didn't expect that, well, Pete, you haven't watched the tape, because this defense of New York has been balling the last month or so. So I would have expected this defense to play well. And we expected the Seahawks when Carson came back.
Yes, to have both.
Yes. And
run, and you saw Russ cook, unbelievably with Metcalf and Lockett. Now with Carson back, you figured there's a high ceiling. Yeah, they didn't even approach it.
And not only did they not approach it, it was like they were confused. Are we going to run the football? Or are we going to let Russ cook? And when you're kind of going back and forth, you did neither, and that's why their offense sputtered all day.
Yeah, and the Giants give them the nod. That's a long and a happy plane ride home. Speaking of happy, who expected the Miami Dolphins to be in the middle of a playoff discussion? Yeah, I know we expected good things from Tua Tagovailoa. He won almost all his starts, taking out the Bengals with Brandon Allen. Now that Joe Burrow hurt, and Allen says, I got Tyler Boyd and Nick Needham. No Needham, 7-0 Cincy.
Bad job by the corner. You have to get outside and force Boyd back inside. That's why Flores is upset.
Ooh, tricky Dolphins. Look at this. Punter Matt Hawk, I should say, gets a snap. It's a touchdown, but, oh no. Illegal formation. 2 guys didn't report.
And that's on the special team coach. When you call that play, you have to tell those 2 linemen, hey, please report. He didn't, and they got called back.
Oh, that's too bad. They kicked field goals. 7-6 at the half Bengals lead. Tua, Myles Gaskin, 35 yards. Dolphins in business. 2 plays later. Tua can do it. Mike Gesicki, he's always involved.
And you know what? Boom, he's 6'5". Throw it up, let him go get it.
13-7, Miami with the lead. Want to see a good catch? Gesicki clobbered, makes catch, one-handed, shaken up, but he would come back. Look at this play.
Boom, you can say, good, I'll raise you one. That's a great catch.
Yes. Dolphins kick field goal, 16-7. Now the Bengals punted on 4th down, and Jakeem Grant's going to field the punt. Well, not really. Oh, Mike Thomas, I mean, are you kidding? Recovered Dolphins. But, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, he hit way too early, obviously. And now, okay, everybody's upset. And understandably so. It's Coach Flores. Zach Taylor then comes on the field because there was stuff at the end of the first half. More on that in a moment. There were some players tossed at the end of the first half. 3 are going to get tossed here. The good news is that Grant was okay. You saw him there. Sean Williams gone. Devontae Parker, Mac Hollins left the game before the refs even said, you're out. In the end, no love lost between these 2. The Miami Dolphins. Do we sing the song for Chad? Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. My goodness, they're number 1. Well, they're 8-4 after a 1-3 start. Howard thrown up for Miami late in the first half. Tua in his starts is 4-1. You know, each year, Booger, we start the season, we go, okay, here, of course, there's usually 12 playoff teams.
Yeah.
How are 10 of these 12 not going to make it? Now, I know we're way ahead of ourselves, although New Orleans did clinch on this day with the Bears losing, but, I mean, they're after a lot more than that. But here are the Cleveland Browns at 9-3. Here's the Miami Dolphins at 8-4. Here are the New York Giants in first place. Well, there we go, exhibits A, B, and C.
And the Giants are going to win the East because they're the best team with that defense in the NFC East. The Browns are getting in the postseason. Their schedule is very favorable. And something tells me January the 3rd up in, Ralph Wilson Stadium, it's going to be the Dolphins and the Bills for the AFC East.
Well, and that is obviously a huge change, although here is New England still in it.
Hanging on.
But we're mentioning Cleveland. Look, game balls, we have a couple.
Well, we talked enough about Cleveland's running game, and rightfully so. It's been really good. But today I'm going with Baker Mayfield. The much maligned Baker Mayfield. Can he be consistent? Well, today he was 25 of 33, 334, 4 touchdowns. He was accurate. He was consistent. But the most important thing, he didn't turn the football over, boom, and he was poised. And if he plays this way to go with that running game, they're going to be a tough outcome January.
Well, my game ball is going to go to the tight end of the Las Vegas Raiders, Darren Waller. 13 for 200. They needed all of them as they almost fell to the Jets. Darren Waller, the 4th tight end in NFL history, 200 receiving yards or more and 2 touchdown catches in a game. Jackie Smith, Hall of Fame. Shannon Sharp, Hall of Fame. And one of my favorites ever, Rich Castor, the 1972 New York Jets. That was in the days when Joe Namath, and you caught 200 yards from Joe Namath. That was fun.
And he's an outstanding tight end. Kelsey, Kittles, Darren Waller. Waller may be the fastest tight end in football, and John Gruden does a really, really good job of using him and getting him in one-on-one battles, and there's no one that can cover him one-on-one.
Well, the Jets had no answer, even though they tried hard, as we detailed. Look, well, you mentioned Travis Kelce. Well, he's Sunday Night Football, the Chiefs, who going in 19-1 since early last November. Wow. Chiefs at home against the Denver Broncos. Sunday Night Football highlights. Our friend Scott Van Pelt. Scotty?
Boomer, thank you. And to that point, Kansas City with an opportunity to clinch a playoff berth with a victory over Denver. Formality, sure, but why not just get it out of the way? They did on Sunday night. Denver's defense actually played pretty well when they played in Mile High. You'd have never known it. It looked like a blowout. Defensive scores, special team scores. It's 3-3, and Mahomes loads it up for Tyreek Hill, and he can't hang on. Or can he? Turns out that this ball never hits the ground. Had Kansas City challenged this would have been a touchdown. But they quickly punted. And by the time Andy Reid realized, oh man, we should have challenged, it was too late. Bit of a bad break there. And Kansas City looking to magnify it, and they would. Melvin Gordon ran hard all night long. 65 yards here. Gets them down on the doorstep. 2nd and goal. Play action, Drew Lock. Tim Patrick. That is a big game. Broncos leading. Down close. Kansas City looking to try to take the lead. Denver had gone for a field goal from 57 yards, and when they missed it, essentially, you know Mahomes is going to get down there close, but that defense really did a great job. Held Kansas City to 3 field goals. They're close again. Mahomes pressured and sacked. Chiefs leading by 2. Denver drives again. Drew Lock up top to Patrick again. Same end zone where he scored earlier. Initially, the referee said no, but when they took a look, they'd see great footwork. And Denver goes for 2. Didn't convert. They lead by 4. Mahomes pressured. Finds Kelsey. He pulls his way into the end zone. Chiefs take a 19-16 lead. Early 4th, same score. Again, it's 3rd down. Denver trying to get to Mahomes. If you don't get home, something bad's going to happen, and that happens. Touchdown, Tyreek Hill. But there's a flag on the play for holding on the Chiefs. They would eventually have to punt. So Denver gets the ball back down 3. It's 3rd and 4. They're close to midfield. Lock looking for KJ Hamler. He cannot squeeze it. And the Broncos elect to punt, giving the ball back to that guy. Mahomes on 3rd and 12. Finds Kelsey. They get close. They kick a field goal and lead by 6, which means Denver gets one last chance. They're out of timeouts. It's 4th and 5. Lock across the middle. He's picked by Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs and Andy Reid are in the playoffs. Been interesting to see their last 4 games. A 2-point win over the Panthers, where they had to survive a field goal attempt at the end. A 4-point win over a Raiders team that was plenty game. A 3-point win over the Bucs, who came back and made it interesting. And a 6-point win over Denver. And now they hit the road to take on a Miami team who's 8-4. So yes, they keep winning, but the games are closer than, as our friend Lee Corso likes to say, the experts think.
You know, and thank you guys. Going into the day, there were a couple games that looked good. It was like, all right, what do they have in store for us? There's always stuff that we go, wow, I didn't expect that.
It's the NFL, boom. It always delivers, and you have teams that are competing at a very high level, and the competition brings out the best in everyone.
And even the ones who are not in the records, you know, that they're proud of, i.e. Jets, Jags, and we talked about it, even Bengals, they're trying. They're trying. It's professional football.
Exactly, and players always want to win, regardless of what you think.
That's why we all dial in, and that's why hopefully you dial in every week here at NFL Primetime. Bo McFarland, I'm Chris Berman. Thanks for watching. Have a good week, everybody.